Hello everybody and welcome back to the walkthrough.
That is incredible.
This episode we're going to go ahead and start on New Londo and take on the Four Kings.
This is no laughing. Damn.
Make sure you exhaust his dialogue real quick before you run down because he will appear at the entrance to New Londo. Make sure we don't have any Firekeeper souls that we haven't used. The soul will be there if you didn't grab it coming back up from Blighttown. Over here, get the S-Stock. This will give you some transient curse. Go ahead and equip them. Unless you have a cursed weapon, you're going to need the transient curse to be able to hit ghosts. Now, they will drop a ghost blade and a jagged ghost blade. So, if you're comfortable with using those, you could go ahead, go to the blacksmith, upgrade them a little bit, and then you don't have to worry about transient curses. At the same time, you can also upgrade Artorias' greatsword, the cursed greatsword, and that will also hit ghosts. Alright, now that we got rid of them, gonna go through this doorway here. Now if you look down in the water, you can see a platform. Walk forward till you see the ghost starting to rise up and then head back. Just wait for the ghost to come to you. You don't want to try to fight them on that little walkway that you got. Go over here and smash the pot. Now you'll know when you need to use another transient curse because it will be active again down there in your item bar. So the easiest way to do it is just to keep transient curse on your, keep that one as your main item. I really like being able to swing just once and kill these ghosts. That really helps a lot. Especially in rooms like this. Head down the stairs. Ghost in the wall to your left. Now we're going to follow this walkway around. Right in front of the fog door, there's going to be another ghost in the floor. Then we got a shrieking one over here. All these ghosts that we've killed so far, if we hadn't have killed them, if we would have just ran past them, that shrieking one would have drawn them all to us all at once. So there will be a couple instances here coming up soon that there'll be another shrieking, and you'll have to kill it before it shrieks or try to fight off all the ghosts that come with it. We just gotta kind of wait here for it to come down to where we can hit it. Alright. Now there's one more hovering underneath. Again, we're just gonna wait for them to come to us. If you fall down at all, you just have to kick that ladder over there to the side. Don't keep running forward, go to the right in here. Here we're gonna go fight another one of those shrieking ones. Basically aggro it, make all the ghosts come in there, and then walk away. Make them come to you, don't just stand there and take it. Alright, we're gonna head down this path. Watch the ghosts in the walls. Reapply transient curse as needed. Go out here, ghost in the floor. Circle all the way around. It's the only bad thing about these ghosts, you can't pick stuff up a lot of times. I just have a habit of hitting every wall I'm in front of, just because you never know when one's going to have a ghost in it. Head down, head out, head to the left. Head up. Always go ahead and just do these stairs first before going and letting the water out, because you can't. And the reason we hadn't went and gotten the key yet is because we had to come up here anyway and drop back down in. That's the only way you can get off of this roof. So we're going to drop back down in, head back in here, and head up the ladder. Alright, go ahead and talk to him. He'll give you the key.
Well, this is a surprise. I get few visitors, save for ghosts. You have the Lord Vessel. Very impressive. I know exactly what your intentions are. You seek the four kings whom I guard over. This is the key to the seal. The four kings slumber. Use the dark wraiths, but the Allah, if you...
Now after you kill the four kings, you can come back here and talk to him and he'll go to Firelink. You can purchase transient curses from him and resist curse.
Hello, that the key to the seal. New Londo, Mark, they were...
Alright, now we're just going to head straight this time. Alright, turn to the right. Gotta go grab the compound bow. Composite bow, sorry. Alright, head through here. And flip the lever. Go ahead and bring the elevator up. Reapply the curse. You don't immediately need it. The first thing you're going to fight as soon as you head down are some dark wraiths. But there are ghosts as well. They're kind of intermingled. So head to here and just wait. I say wait just to give yourself some good parrying distance. Now these guys, they drop Titanite chunks and Titanite slabs. Grab the item, roll away. Don't get grabbed by that. It's an easy move to dodge, just be sure that you do not get hit by it. That move is also a good time for you to do a backstab. Head through the fog. Alright, now, you're gonna see this brick here. The one that's like kind of bright compared to all the rest. Just wait right here. Wait for that dark wraith to come to you. If you move too much more forward, you're gonna have two dark wraiths coming at you. And depending on your level, 2 is hard to take on. Alright. So this blob emits those exploding skulls, a really big spear, and a acidic goop. Do not get hit by the goop. That is honestly the worst thing you could get hit by from this blob. The spear isn't that bad. The exploding skulls, they only do physical damage, so you can block them with a shield. It's just mostly that goop you need to look out for. Alright, got another Dark Wraith up here. This here is a shortcut back to the top where a lot of the ghosts were, where we first started going through New Londo. But we've already let the water down, so where we're at now, there's a much better shortcut. Alright, head up these steps. Gonna follow this path around. We're gonna go pick up the very large ember. Now that will that'll be able to let you get normal weapons to plus 15, but you need the chunks and a slab to get it that far. At this point we really don't have too many, but the area that we're getting ready to go into has quite a few chunks sitting around in it. Alright, this is basically the area where the shortcut will let you off at. So if we die, we can basically pick off right back here. See, we would land right here. So, coming from the shortcut, you just come forward into here, kill the first Dark Wraith. Got a secret wall here with another Dark Wraith. Unless you're just really good at parrying, I wouldn't fight on here. And that's why. It's just way too thin of a space to bother fighting on it. So aggro them and then walk back. Alright, if you've died at all, like I just did, make sure you regain your humanity. Beatrice is down here, and you know, you could really use her against the Four Kings. A couple of people have said before, like, oh, well, you don't want to use her against, you know, the Four Kings in New Game Plus. I use her every time I fight the Four Kings, okay? Because since she uses magic, she stays back. So for the most part, as long as you aggro their physical attacks, she pretty much won't ever get hit. And she'll just keep sitting there blasting magic at them. And if you keep the Crest Shield on, you're going to block most of their damage. Now I know that I really need to focus on getting my stamina up some, but I wanted to get my health up, especially getting ready to fight these guys. I need to be able to take a couple hits. You only have to fight the Crestfallen the first time you come through here. So now I'm going to show you that shortcut. We can just run past the ghosts. Mostly. Alright, come to this corner, drop down onto here, and drop down to here. Done. Alright, go open this chest for another Titanite chunk. Now is when you need the transient curse back. You got some ghosts in here and another blob along with 2 dark wraiths. So go to the entrance and stand there for about 2 or 3 seconds and then run out. The 2 ghosts are going to start coming towards you along with a dark wraith. Now the blob can't come out of the doorway, so kind of just keep going towards the doorway, backing away, go towards it, back away, basically kind of slowly getting him towards the doorway. You don't want to go in too far, because if you go in too far, you're going to aggro the second Dark Wraith, like I just did. Come over here, open the chest. We're gonna swing around to the left side here real quick. Stick close to the wall, don't fall off. And just roll forward here. Head over to the well. Alright, another Dark Wraith down here. And if you go forward, that'll take you right back to where the elevator was whenever we first came back down here. So you don't need to keep going forward anymore. We're just going to head this way. Go to the right. Go to the right again. Another Dark Wraith. I'm only one Estus short. So there's Beatrice. So I'm going to use a... never mind, I thought I might have had a humanity left. Screw it. Alright, we're going to go in here with just these. Make sure you equip the Covenant of Artorias ring. If you don't, you are just going to fall straight to your death. Always make sure you have all the ghosts cleared out before you summon Beatrice, because if there's a couple left, she's just going to keep shooting magic at them, and it ain't going to do anything. She'll just get stuck outside. I always run down the steps, because there have been a couple times I've tried to just do the whole, oh, let's just, you know, step off the ledge and fall down the middle. I don't know how many times I've fallen down that thing and clipped one of those edges and died on it. So I just continue to just run all the way down the steps. Alright. Remember, make sure you have the Artorias ring equipped and Crest shield. The first one should spawn directly in front of you. Run towards it. If it does the energy slice, kind of just pause, shield. That overhead is really the only one that's going to hit you hard. The other physical attacks that they do really don't do a whole lot. So I just tank them. I mean, most of their swipes, as you can tell, do not do much damage. So just keep pecking away at their health and just back up and heal up if you need it. But you have a time limit. After a certain amount of time of fighting one, another one's gonna appear. So stop, block, and then run forward. So with that timer, you want to make sure you get each king dead before the second one appears. Because if they start building up and you have to fight 3 or 4 at a time, you're gonna die. Now notice we've only beat 2, and we have over half the health gone. So we are gonna have to fight 4, but that last one ain't gonna take much. Whenever they hug like that, they're going to do an explosion. Make sure you try to back away and shield. I mean, even if you're right in front of them when they're doing it, at least shield. I mean, you may not block all of it, but you're going to block a good bit of that explosion. And that explosion is one of the worst things they can do to you. Other than their humanity-stealing grab. But we're at 40 right now. So if we do get grabbed and have our humanity stolen, it's not too awful. Alright, got rid of them. You can remove the Artorias ring now that they've been defeated. You don't need it. Now we're gonna go over here and
Greetings. I am the
go through
primordial
Koth's
serpent.
dialogue.
I can guide the truth after the advent of fire. The ancient lords found the three souls, but your progenitor found a fourth, unique soul, the Dark Soul. Your ancestor claimed the Dark Souls and waited for fire to subside, and soon the flames did fade, and only dark remained. Thus began the Age of Men, the Age of Dark. However, Lord Gwyn trembled at the dark, clinging to his Age of Fire, and in dire fear of humans, and the Dark Lord who would one day be born amongst them. Lord Gwyn resisted the course of nature by sacrificing himself to link the fire and commanding his children to shepherd the humans. Gwyn has blurred your past to prevent the birth of the Dark Lord. I am the primordial serpent. I seek to right the wrongs of the past, to discover our true Lord. But the other serpent, Frapt, lost his sense and befriended Lord Gwyn. Undead warrior, we stand at a crossroads. Only I know the truth about your fate. You must destroy the fading Lord Gwyn, who has coddled fire and resisted nature, and become the fourth Lord, so that you may usher in an age of dark.
Go ahead and tell him yes.
Very well. I shall now guide you to Gwyn's prison. Be still, and trust thine flesh to me. This is Gwyn's prison. Now, place the Lord vessel upon the altar. Very well. Once the vessel is filled with souls, the gate to Gwyn...
Go ahead and head back, and then once you get back, immediately start talking to him again.
The Witch of Izalith, and the traitor, Seath the Scaleless. Fill this vessel with their souls. Then the gate will open, so that you may kill Gwyn. Are you ready? Then let us return to the Abyss. Entrust thine flesh to me. If you wish, I shall grant the art of life drain, the legendary power of the Dark Lord. It can preserve your humanity while undead, and cast off the shackles placed upon your brethren.
Go ahead and enter the Covenant. Now give him 30 humanity. And that will finish off the Covenant and give you everything you need. Now you can go all the way to 80, like if you plan on staying with the Dark Wraiths, you can give them 80 humanity and that will make the Dark Hand steal 10 humanity each time. But I'm just doing this for the trophy, not for completing the Covenant. Alright, that's going to wrap up this episode. Until the next one, where we'll pick up at the Duke's Archives.